Don't bother me.
So, there are still new folks turning up here, eh? Well, watch yourself around the Inquisition.
What do you mean?
I mean, careful where you step, or you'll be up to your eyes in shit before you know it. They're crazy types, you know. Worshipping a flame.
What should I know about Harbour Town?
No, eh? Just watch your step. You never know who's throwing their weight about from one day to the next. And mind that harbour warehouse. Go near it, and people think you're stealing from there. Let's just say it makes the Inquisition twitchy.
What do you mean, twitchy?
Legal system here is simple but effective. Steal something, we beat the crap out of you. Hurt our citizens, kill our animals, we beat the crap out of you. And if you kill someone...
You beat the crap out of me?
Exactly. And then we kill you.
Anything else I should know?
There's still plenty of trouble you can cause folks, without us making with the beatings. Of course, people probably won't talk to you after.
So how do I avoid the silent treatment?
Don't cause trouble in the first place.
What if trouble just happens?
Then that sort of happens to be your problem.
There must be a way to soothe trouble over.
Apparently the mages know a spell. A joke spell, a jest spell.
Seriously?
Yeah. Supposed to make a person feel like they've just been told the best joke in the world.
And how does that help?
And they forget whatever was troubling them.
Where can I get this spell?
A mage, maybe. Plenty in the monastery. Bunch of backstabbing betrayers, the lot of them, allying with the Inquisition. Could be one knocking around town somewhere.
Who are you?
I'm Edgar, head of the town guard. Or at least I was. Until the Inquisition took over and pushed Esteban out. I wasn't his biggest supporter, I admit. But at least he was local.
You must be a trained fighter.
I swear by the sword and the crossbow. Sword for when they're close, and crossbow if they try and run.
Can you train me?
Train you? Sure, it'll give me something to do. But I can't be letting you have my skills for free.
Why don't you train the recruits?
Let's say that me and the Inquisition don't see eye to eye on the law. I see it as flexible. Why arrest every piddly little criminal? But the Inquisition don't turn a blind eye to anything. So they got one of my former guards, Arik, to oversee the recruits. He's a master and treats them decent too. Although he seems a little preoccupied lately.
Teach me some combat skills. Teach me sword fighting.
Right. If you use your whole body to build up momentum in your blows, you'll be faster and have more power. You can use this skill to combine your attacking blows more effectively.
You mean I can perform a longer combination of blows?
Exactly. Try it out. You'll soon see what I mean.
I need a dull blade.
No, I'm not giving you anything.
Do I look like I want something?
Everyone wants something. Money, usually.
You're one of the Don's men.
Nothing gets past you, does it?
So what's going on here?
Not much. Can't do anything while those scum-sucking white-robe bastards won't let me out of their sight.
Why are the white robes watching you?
Well, because they know I hate them. And they think I'm a thief.
And are you?
Of course not. I even used to offer protection to the merchants.
And get paid for it?
That's how business works. And now, Carlos is just waiting for me to give him a reason to banish me from the town. But I won't give him the chance.
What do you know about Commandant Carlos?
Warrior of the Inquisition. A slimy, filthy bog-slug who happens to be the new lord of the town. He and his guards represent the law, but they behave like there are no laws at all. May they drown in the fifth hell.
I could help you.
How?
Let me join you. I'll work for you.
Why? Why should I even trust you? This town's full of spies and collaborators.
Because you'll find and gut me if I fail.
You know what you'd be getting into. Don Esteban hates people who try to cheat him. And so do I.
I could work for you.
This here's the Fat Cat's Quarter. You don't just go from door to door collecting protection money. Those white-robed bastards are everywhere, and they see everything.
So how does it work here?
Before I show you the tricks, you'll have to do something else for me.
What is it you want me to do?
Don Esteban controls most of the Bruegel on the island. Leonardo, the alchemist, he processes the harvest. Then Garth, the alchemist's assistant, brings it to us. But recently, some of the goods have gone missing.
So, somebody's taking it. Do you suspect anyone?
Garth. I think Garth's behind it.
Why don't you punish him?
I can't risk those infernal white robes finding out. And even though Garth is a coward, I don't know if a beating will make him talk.
How does the Bruegel wheat get into the town?
You don't need to know that.
What if the goods are disappearing on their way in?
Yeah. When Leonardo gets the goods, they're complete.
What do I get if I bring you the packages?
Money. It's always about money. Bring me what I want, and I'll show you how we separate rich merchants from their property.
Is that all?
We'd be prepared to trust you more as well. That guard, Marcelo, is determined to nail me. He mustn't get the packages. The pig botherer.
What would happen if Marcelo got the packages?
The stinking brute would hound me for all eternity. Everyone in the town knows we control the weed trade. And with the packages as evidence, Marcelo would be on me like swampfly. Not a pretty thought. That's why you have to find the packages and give them to me.
You looking for Leonardo? I'm Garth. I work for him.
Haven't I seen you hanging around the brothel?
What, me? No, not me. You wouldn't catch me there. I mean, real men don't pay for it, do they? Well, you know, it wasn't me, you see.
Yeah, you're right. And you are a real man. Let us start again. Broke. Damn. It worked. That wasn't it. It worked. That didn't do it. It worked. That wasn't it. That didn't do it. It broke. There. I'll have to pick this. I'll have to pick this, or find the key.
Find something useful to do.
Please don't disturb me.
lesser herbarium. Better start again. Job well done.
Thief! Thief!
It worked.
What do you want here? Why would I
What do you
talk
want
to
here?
a thief?
There is nothing here for you.
You must have other business to attend to.
Not now.
Don't you have someplace to be?
Don't just stand around. Be off with
Another
you.
new face. Welcome to the merchant district. Are you looking for work or trade?
Do you have work?
We need all the help we can get.
Any help in particular?
The outlaws here are staying under cover, but they're still pursuing their dirty business.
So I've heard.
I'm certain Weasel is still one of the Don's men, but he spends all day sitting on a bench.
So?
Weasel is no saint. He used to run a protection racket here before the Don left.
He's not doing that if he's sitting on a bench.
A spider sits in its web, but it's still got murder on its mind. He's planning something, but I need evidence to stop him. You're new here. If you could talk to him, gain his trust, see if you can get evidence of his misdeeds.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Good.
Weasel is trying to trace some Brugelweed packages.
If we could get those packages, they'd be exactly the evidence I need.
These packages may interest you.
What's this? My, oh my. That is a lot of Brugelweed.
The packages are Weasel's. You wanted proof? This should be enough.
This is more than enough.
So he'll be sent to the monastery.
Weasel as a recruit. Every man would have to watch their back. No, it's enough if he leaves town. Let him crawl back to the swamp. You found the evidence. I hope you can be counted on to make sure he leaves. Let's hope the storms stay away.
I'm sure you have plenty to do.
Can't you see that you're bothering me? I feel so bored.
Marcello has got the packages.
What? The Don's gonna be pissed off about this. Really pissed off.
Oh, really? I thought it was the Inquisition's town.
I don't think so.
Leave the town. You get one chance.
This is my town. Our town. You'll never be rid of us. We'll be back.
What is it?
Do you sell potions?
I do indeed. Quality product, quality potions. Everybody buys from Leonardo, except for those tightwads who go to bed with every little injury. Their pain is not my gain.
Your goods are much too expensive.
I know, but what can I do? Acquiring the goods is also very expensive. If I don't pass that on in my prices, I'll soon be ruined. My suppliers, they make their money, so why can't I?
So, you do business with the Don.
What makes you say that?
That's not important. What's important is that I know.
I process a few plants. No harm in that.
I don't want to cause you any trouble.
No, no. Trouble isn't profitable. Take this, in case you had any trouble. And if you need more, I'm sure we can make a deal.
How's business?
Can't complain. Everyone wants to feel healthy, eh? You won't find many people who'll sell your potions in this town. And you can't leave the town. But I'm running out of supplies. When they're gone, they're gone.
What supplies do you need?
Healing plants, healing roots, and healing herbs. Pretty much the ingredients you need for a healing potion.
What would you pay if I got you those supplies?
I can't pay gold. No, no. I need every coin. But I can trade you a potion for plants.
It'd have to be a good potion.
I'll make it a life energy potion, right? Make you tough and resistant. And don't try coming with any old ripped up weeds. I know what I need.
How many plants do you need?
10 healing herbs, 5 plants, and 2 roots would do.
I'll see what I can find.
Good. And while you're here, I'm open for business, if you want to buy.
I have the plants you want.
Excellent. Pleasure doing business. Here's the potion I promised.
What potions do you have?
Now is not the time to talk.
Don't you have some place to be? Like
What reason do you have for staring at me?
I'll take a wild guess. You want a weapon. I have a couple for sale, if you tell me what you're after.
Have you any weapons that are any good?
Any good? Any good? I have the best weapons you'll find on this whole island. You won't find any better.
There's too much magic around here.
Can I get sword blanks from you?
You can only buy what's in the shop, but if you have the iron ore, Walter, the smith, might be able to make some.
How's business?
The Order's keeping us busy enough. They need all the weapons we can make. Walter's been slaving day and night to finish everything. He just keeps going.
Show me what you have.
Yeah.
I'm looking to buy a new weapon. Do you sell weapons?
Love to, but I can't. Alvaro handles all the selling.
How are you? How's business?
Busy, but since the Inquisitor's laws were passed, I've been up to my neck in work. Alvaro hardly leaves me any time to sit down with a beer. Seriously, I can't remember the last time I slept.
Do you sell sword blanks?
Normally, but since the business with the ruins, I can't get any more raw materials.
Maybe I can help.
Maybe. If you can get me iron ore, I can make you sword blanks.
Can you teach me anything?
Love to, but I don't have any time, thanks to Alvaro.
Tell me something about Alvaro.
I need to work.
Can't work all day. Take a break.
And who'll do my job? You?
I can give it a try.
Haha, Alvaro would love that. Me getting any old person to do my job.
Or he'd be glad for his smith to get some rest.
What makes Alvaro glad is chests bulging with gold.
Alvaro's really working you to the bone.
Sign of the times. Everyone in this town wants a weapon. Or wants a weapon sharpening. Still, it'll all be over at some point.
Can I help you in some other way?
Maybe. I am having supply problems. I'm always short of something. Mostly I need old metal that I can melt down to make blanks. Some old scrap metal would make my work a lot easier.
Where can I get some scrap metal?
The farmers left a lot of old scrap metal lying around in their yards. Old tools, nails, that sort of thing. But then gnomes rummage around out there. They steal everything that isn't nailed down. I bet they've also stolen all that old scrap metal from the farmers.
Could be. I'll get some old metal for you.
But you can't get out of the town.
I'll manage.
That would be great. I'll pay you for it, of course. I'll take whatever you can bring.
The gnomes had this tool bag.
Hey, that's just what I'm looking for. I need, say, 15 of those?
Here, 15 tool bags.
You took all that scrap from the gnomes?
With all the fighting, I was starting to think you didn't want the metal. You just didn't like gnomes.
Can't say I do. Here's a reward for your trouble with those little sods. And I'll toss in a few of my best blanks. You were a big help. Without you, I'd be in a real bind. Thanks.
I have some iron ore for you.
Well, what do you want made from it?
As long as no one pays me, I don't have to move.
I've got worries enough of my own.
Wasn't it? Damn. Yes. Start again. That wasn't it. Did it?
What do you seek here?
Your smith's a hard worker.
Lots of work means lots of profit. We're about the only ones doing well here. So we have to take the work while we can.
Your smith looks like he's about to collapse.
Walter? He's as strong as an ogre.
Even ogres fall over at some point.
I'm not a tyrant, you know, but the work has to be done.
I can take over from Walter.
No thanks. I know Walter, and most of the work is done. But if you could find me someone to help with blade sharpening and a bit of wood chopping...
Who can help you with those jobs?
There are a couple of servants here in the merchant's quarter. If you can find them and pay them to work for me, that'll take the strain off Walter. Here's a bag of gold for the servants. It doesn't get delivered, I'll know. Harbour Town is a small place, and the gates are sealed.
Does this mean Walter will get a break?
As soon as he's finished Marcello's blade, he can stop.
Show me what you have.
Someone there. Don't you have some place to be?
You going to stand here all
I
day?
can't help you anymore.
Hey, are you looking for some work?
What?
Alvaro has some work needs doing.
The old man sent you. What does he want?
He needs some blades sharpening.
That suits me.
Weasel will leave town.
One less of the Don's men. That was good work.
What happens now?
I'll tell Carlos about Weasel's Brugelweed business and how you helped. You've earned a reward. Spend it wisely. You want more? I'm sure you'll find someone else with work. These outlaws never stop. Find something useful to do.
Go about your business.
And what are you doing creeping about round here? Let me guess. You're lost, right?
Just taking in the sights.
Yeah, right. Just don't be thinking you can take me in. I'm not the gullible sort. I don't know you. Make sure I don't need to get to know you.
Have you had problems with the Don's men?
Of course. They're just waiting for the chance to snatch the town back from the Order. Take a look at that guy skulking across the street. Goes by the name of Tony. Isn't the sharpest tool in the box. He's been hanging around for days. Thinks I haven't noticed. He's scoping the place out, waiting for a chance to break in. Someone needs to curb his curiosity, but I can't leave my post.
I'll sort Tony out.
That would be appreciated. He isn't a pretty sight to look at all day, although I would be interested to know what he's after.
I've heard you're holding a treasure seeker prisoner.
That's right, and he's staying here. Unless the bastard talks, of course.
About this treasure seeker, what is he accused of?
He isn't a treasure seeker. He's a treasure stealer. And he's gonna stay locked up until what he nicked turns up. Until Carrasco has 3 artifacts, 3 golden bowls in his hands, then this thief isn't going anywhere.
Isn't there a way you can forget all this and let him go?
Are you trying to bribe me? Until Carrasco tells me differently, no one is going in there. And Ulf isn't setting foot outside until I know what's happened to these 3 bowls he got his hands on.
Hey.
If you're looking to buy something, you'll have to talk to comrades. I just work here.
You don't sound too happy about that.
My family's been selling our harvest to Conrad for years. When we lost everything in the Troubles, he said he'd take us in. In? He makes us sleep outside.
Tell me about Conrad.
His house is full of supplies, but he won't share them with you if that's what you're after. He didn't lift a finger to help us when they took our cows to be slaughtered, and we've known him for years.
Who took your cows?
The Inquisition said they needed to feed people, but now how do we feed ourselves? Of course, Conrad talked to Carlos and got his cows spared.
What happened to you?
You must know what terrible things have befallen this island. All those ruins bursting from the ground. Some of them rose in the middle of our farm and the Inquisition said we had to leave. But my sons are still out there somewhere. They all went their own way before these creatures came. I hardly get a wink of sleep worrying about them. Do you know where they are? Do you know where my sons are?
I have no idea.
If you hear anything or meet someone who's been outside, please don't forget to ask about them. Please.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Don't get your hopes up. How much is the information worth to you?
I don't have any gold. But if you do manage to leave the town...
Yes?
I have a little put aside for a rainy day. There's a couple of skins and the silver candle holders from my great-grandmother. I buried them behind the barn of our farm.
Which is your farm?
The farm on the path to the monastery. An Inquisition fighter named Severin is in charge there now.
What are your sons called?
Beppo's the oldest. He didn't want to come to town with us. Always ran with the wrong crowd. I worry he's fallen in with the Don's gang. William volunteered for military service with the Inquisition. And Leon, my youngest, just took off in the night.
I met your oldest son, Beppo.
Is he all right? I worry so about him.
Yes, he's alive. He has a job in the ruins.
But isn't that terribly dangerous?
Don't worry, he's not alone. He has some strong fighters by his side. I've seen your youngest son, Leon.
Really? He's alive then?
Yes. He's living in a hut north of the town.
That fills me with joy. Thank you for sharing this news. I hope he watches out for wild animals. The forest is very dangerous and he was always the weakest.
Can't your husband help?
Ingvar? Huh. We're in dire straits and he's drinking the last of our gold in the tavern.
Find something useful to do.
Hey, how are you?
Hush. Don't make such a noise, or we'll both get arrested.
What's going on here?
Hush, not so loud. The white robe back there is starting to notice. Hernandez realizes I'm watching the Don's old house. We're screwed.
You're working for the Don.
You've just realized. Yeah, I have orders from the Don, and when he gives orders, you obey. Thing is, I could use some help.
Sounds like you're no fan of the Inquisition.
Yeah, and that bastard Hernandez has settled over there by the entrance and made himself comfortable. Looks like he's happy to spend the rest of his life guarding it, damn it. And I sit out here like an idiot, rain or shine.
What is it you need to do?
There's an old family heirloom of the Don's in the house, a golden amulet. If the white robes get their hands on it, they'll take it to their stupid monastery, and the Don will kill me. And I mean kill me, wake me up, and kill me again.
You want to steal from the White Robes?
Steal? They came storming into Harbour Town taking anything they want. The house and everything in it belong to Don Esteban. I'm just going to return what already belongs to him.
Where is this amulet?
The Don mentioned a secret room accessed by a hidden switch behind a picture. But how is anyone supposed to find the room in that huge house while the white robes are buzzing around?
Tell me about the Don's old house.
It's that big building over there, but the white robes are in there, and they never leave. If you want to break in, you'll have to do it at night. Some of them will be asleep then.
Right. I'll get you the amulet.
Okay, but be smart. Esteban will kill us both if Hernandez gets his hands on it. What reason do you have for staring at me?
Let me through.
Nice one.
Don't get your hopes up.
Not got better things to do? You going to stand here all day?
That didn't do it. It worked.
What do you want?
What do you want? If you want it, I've got it. If you're here to buy, welcome. If you're here just to look or to beg, get out. I'm trying to run a business.
So, you won't let Tilda into your house?
Did she tell you that? The old witch. I give her food and room, and all she does is whine.
Why don't you just let her sleep inside?
It's no business of yours who I let in my house.
What's that stench?
What? I don't smell anything. I have only top quality goods. What are you trying to do? Drive my customers away?
Must have been something from down the street.
What do you want?
Show me your goods.
Don't just stand around. Be off with you.
This lock is too difficult. This lock is too difficult.
I don't think we have anything to talk about, do we?
I just want to be out of this place as soon as I can.
Sometimes you have to take a risk.
A little more for me.
Halt. You're not coming in here.
What's this building?
It's our guardhouse, and the headquarters of Carlos, the commandant of the town.
How did you become a warrior of the Order?
I volunteered. Conscripts usually get sent to the temple ruins after training. I'd rather take guard duty in town any day of the week. They actually tried to make me become a mage. A mage? I mean, really? All that messing around with magic. It's not natural.
I need to talk to your boss.
Sorry, I have my orders, and I'm afraid the commandant isn't available to anyone. If you really want to see him, talk to some of the guards, then see if you can help. The commandant doesn't tend to have time for people unless they're helping, or causing trouble. And causing trouble gets you press-ganged.
What do I have to do if I want to volunteer?
You need a recommendation from our commandant, Carlos. But only Carlos decides whether he wants to talk to you or not. And so far, he's not got any reason to talk to you, so don't waste your time asking.
How will Commandant Carlos summon me if he doesn't know where I am?
Carlos knows everything that happens in this town. If he wants to see you, then one of the guards will find you.
Right.
I can't help you anymore.
Stop. Not one step further.
Tony wants to steal something from the house.
Oh, yes. What would that be?
He has orders to retrieve an amulet, one of the Don's heirlooms from the house.
What's so special about this amulet?
It's made of gold.
The islands are washed with gold these days. Must be more to it than just the gold. But we turned the house upside down and no one found a gold amulet.
I think I can find the Don's amulet.
Oh, really?
Yes. And if Tony fails to get hold of it, He'll have to disappear from town.
And you think the amulet has to be in this house? But we've searched it.
But what if you missed it?
You think your eyes are better than ours, huh? Well, go on then. Step inside. Let's put them to the test.
Not now.
Start again. That didn't do it. It worked. Well, you're not a member of the Inquisition, and you don't look like a fighter.
I'm not. I'm a treasure seeker. Ruins searched, tombs emptied, valuables recovered, pockets lined. When I'm not being held prisoner, that is.
What did you do to get locked up?
The Inquisition wanted me and my brothers to work for them. We're independent operators. Picking sides is bad for business. Then they got wind we'd dug up these 3 golden bowls, and they want them. They're obsessed with artifacts. They can lock me up for as long as they like, but I'm not telling them a thing about those bowls unless they pay me a decent price.
How much do you want for these golden bowls?
Want to join the queue, do you? Well, at least you're talking price. That's more than they are. Give me 200 gold and I'll tell you where I hid mine. Deal?
You're a treasure seeker. Any good?
My brothers and I are the best.
You're one of the triplets. You always work together.
3 heads are better than 1. And 3 sets of arms when it comes to shoveling. We know our craft. Not like the amateurs they filled the ruins with now. We came a long way to end up on this island. And now we're stuck here.
Who do you triplets work for?
We're free agents. We work for whoever pays the most. Pay us, we'll deliver.
Treasure seeking is just digging, isn't it?
You think? There's skill to it. That's why we're paid. Skill and danger. We've sailed the most dangerous seas and gone where fighters fear to tread.
What kind of job are you looking for?
We're not fussy. At least not while we're stuck here, we're not. If you have a job for us, then don't stay silent. Although, you'll have to help us get out of town first. I definitely can't help you if I'm locked up. You need me? You'll have to convince Hernandez to let me go.
Are you the oldest of the triplets?
Me? Amazing how a few minutes, a slice of fate can put a man in charge, isn't it? I wonder what the other 2 would have done if I hadn't been the first of the 3 of us to be born.
Who's to say? How do I convince Hernandez to let you go?
Well, you know why they're holding me. They want the 3 bowls.
So?
Get those 3 bowls out of circulation, I'm suddenly less interesting. Find them. Make them disappear.
How can I take these bowls out of circulation?
Well, if you can get your hands on them, you can sell them to someone who can get them out of town.
What if the Inquisition get to them first?
Then it's up to you to handle it. The bowls just need to vanish from town.
I could use your help. There's a large temple on the east of the island. It's still sealed. The Inquisition can't have found it yet.
That sounds promising. Temples almost always equal treasure, especially on this island. What does the entrance look like?
The entrance is blocked. It looks like it's collapsed.
Ah, that's no problem. Show us where the temple is, and we'll open it up. But we're going to have to get free of this place to do it.
I'll get you out of town.
You sound like you take pride in your work. I like that. Well, if you're up for it, you'll have to deal with the guard at the entrance. I doubt I'll get out of here unless you can persuade Hernandez to free me.
Shouldn't your brothers know what we're planning?
Yes. Tell them to come to our meeting point. They'll know where I mean.
Okay, I'll tell them to go there.
Great. I bet they're drinking themselves into a stupor in the Gutters Tavern or on the Harbor Quay.
Look, just tell me where this golden bowl is hidden, or you'll rot here.
That knowledge is valuable. No payment, no information.
I thought you wanted out of here.
I'm not going to sell myself short to get out. No point in being free without a future, is there?
Here's the gold. Now tell me where you hid the bowl.
I knew the Inquisition had been watching me, so I lost them. Hid the bowl in the harbor lighthouse. Threw it up into the wooden beams. Going to be difficult getting it back without a telekinesis spell. Of course. That's your problem now.
Go about your business.
This lock is too difficult.
You not got better things to do?
I have nothing more to tell you.
Let's trade. I'll have to pick this, or find the key. Let's trade. Nothing. Nothing to take. It worked.
Go and talk to someone else.
Stop bothering me. Ask someone else.
I'm sure you've got things to do.
I won't talk to thieves.
What?
Leave me alone, thief.
Tell someone who cares. Too risky.
Did you want something?
Leave me be.
Don't just stand around. Be off with you.
I do not wish to be bothered right now. Don't worry, I won't keep you. Sorry, my mind is elsewhere.
Just endless lists and columns of numbers.
Haven't you got nothing better to do?
I'm not listening.
This log is too difficult.
Don't you have some place to be?
You should get some training.
You were seen in a house that was burgled.
I deliver beer to a lot of houses. I'm seen everywhere.
True enough.
In the middle of the night.
Your wife is worried about your sons.
Oh, Tilda. She worries about everything. No wonder my lads have gone. They needed the peace. What do you want? You've got what you wanted, now leave me alone.
I'm looking for Doyle.
Doyle? I haven't seen him in a long time. Used to be a good customer of mine. Well, he bought fish from me more than once. That's good in my book. But maybe you could jog my memory, eh?
Where is Doyle?
I last heard he'd taken quarters with Costa. But since then, he hasn't been seen in the gutters. Maybe he's gone into hiding for some reason. Lots of strange goings-on around here.
Your brother Ulf is being held prisoner by the Order.
Ulf will escape.
From what I've heard, there's not many escape the Order. Your brother Ulf wants you to go to your meeting point.
Thanks. I'm on my way.
I can't help you.
Come back later. I don't want to talk to you right now. You should get some training. I don't want to talk to you right now.
You must have someone else to talk to.
I don't talk to thieves. Did something happen? I needed a good laugh.
Do you have anything to trade? About your father. I hear he's a pirate.
Well, if you've heard people gossiping, then I guess it must be true.
Don't tell me you didn't know.
Do I know my father is Captain Gregorius Emmanuel Steelbeard, the most infamous bastard to have sailed the seas round here in 100 years? I can tell you he was a bastard. The rest of it, I've heard through legend, like you.
Were you planning on telling me?
I asked you for help with information. I didn't agree to give you any.
Okay, I get it. Captain Romanov is locked up in a cell on the Harbour Quay.
So it's true what they're saying. He was arrogant enough to tangle with the Order. Did he tell you anything?
Romanov says he doesn't know where your father is.
He says he doesn't know. But then he'd still say that even if he left my father headless and castrated in a barrel somewhere.
Vasily says your father has a shack here in town.
A shack. That's my father. Could afford a palace, but lives in the gutter with the whores and the rats. Still, can you find out where it is? And do it without letting anyone else find it. Could be there's a clue there as to my father's whereabouts, if you can find it.
Vasily doesn't think your father's here on the island.
Vasily's never had anything useful to say.
Eriksson was really nervous when I mentioned your name, but he claims to know nothing about where your father is.
I wouldn't believe anything that lying bastard said, even if I tortured him for days.
I found this key on Eriksson.
Show me. I don't recognize this, but it has my father's initials on it. He marks his territory. I think he'd have carved his initials into me given the chance. This key's a start, but it's useless without a lock. I don't suppose Eriksson gave up what this key was for, did he? No, I didn't think so. Thanks for this. Let me know if you hear where this key might open.
Romanov doesn't seem very fond of your father.
My father tried to run him through and killed Romanov's favorite whore instead. The pair of them never exactly moved in exclusive circles. Can't say I'm too comfortable having that bastard in town. He'd happily see me dead, or worse. And if you're thinking he might give me to his men for the night, you better know he'd happily do the same with you. Well, that's just one more reason to steer clear of Harbour Town.
Do you have anything to trade? Carrasco wants the armor plates back.
I'm sure he does, but he won't pay you as good as I will. So, forget Carrasco and bring me those plates.
Guess he didn't hide that chest too well. I have the armor plates.
Miserable thief.
Stealing from a thief isn't stealing.
Did you want something?
Beat it, thief. Out, now. I told you to go. Come here.
Catch them!
Don't let me set eyes on you again.
Bad idea. That wasn't it. Damn. It worked.
Don't let me set eyes on you again. I've got no reason to talk to you. Hey, what's happening? I haven't laughed that hard for a long time.
I heard you're holding a treasure seeker prisoner in the merchant district.
I'm sure he knows something about the golden bowls, but he's not telling. Damn him. He's really making me want to go to a dark place. I vowed to the Order I wouldn't go there again.
Maybe I can get some information out of him.
If you think you can, go ahead. Better you do it than I do. Or it'll be the dark place and the blood.
Here, I found the 3 golden bowls.
I'm impressed. Nimble work getting to them before they got to Esteban's rabble. I'll let Commandant Carlos know of your success. Thanks to you, I didn't have to get violent. That's behind me now.
Now then, about a reward.
I thought that might be on your mind. Very well. You have a choice.
I'd like the gold.
Very well.
I retrieved the 5 armor plates. Luca was after them, but he was unlucky.
Good work. If only you had a little more faith and a little less profit in that brain of yours. Maybe you're the person to convince Luca to get out of town. I'd do it myself, but that man sends my mind to a dark place.
Now then, about a reward.
I thought that might be on your mind. Very well. You have a choice.
I'd like that scroll.
Good, but no funny business with it.
I'll talk to Luca.
Good. I'm sure you'll make him see the error of his ways.
Consider it done. I'll collect my reward later.
Haven't you got other things to do?
Go about your business.
I gave the armor plates to Carrasco.
So, you're with the Inquisition, are you? Why are you here? You come to finish me off for your new best friend?
I think it would be best if you disappeared.
And if I don't? Oh, forget that. I can see from your face what would happen. Okay, I'll make with a vanishing act.
I'm sure you have things to deal with.
Tell someone who cares.
Erickson had this key on him. It belonged to Captain Gregorius.
Erickson, the miserable pox rash. He must have stolen it off one of those disease-ridden whores. He'd better pray they gave him something that'll kill him before I do.
Steelbeard has a shack here in the town.
You sure?
Vasily told me.
Patty better not get wind of it. I don't entirely trust Vasily not to get drunk and blab his mouth. He's meant to be watching Patty, but he'd like to do more than watch, I'll bet.
Why are you watching Patty?
Pays to keep an eye on your enemies, and her father wants to pay me back a little for scuttling his ship and killing half his crew when we last fought. Sure, he'd have done the same to me given half a chance, but there's a score to settle, so it's up to me to settle it before he pays me back. Finding Steelbeard. That's something me and his daughter have in common. Maybe her search will help me find her father before she does.
What was a prostitute doing with Steelbeard's key?
He had a whore in every port. Heard one of them worked in Madame Sonia's brothel. Erickson was meant to find her, spy on her, see what she knew. I don't remember saying he should fuck her. I don't care he got her key. I want to know why the scabby git didn't bring it to me. You brought it, though. So maybe you think with what's between your ears, not what's between your legs. Now, how about you keeping up our cosy little friendship? Go and find Steelbeard's shack. The key'll probably fit its front door. Search it. Come back if you find anything of interest.
I'll do it.
Good. Who knows what that gnarly bastard's got stashed in there. And don't disappoint me, okay?
Here is your casket.
You found it? Anyone see you fetching it?
No one important.
Strangely, that doesn't put me at ease.
This casket is heavy. I'm guessing I brought you more than clean shirts. Maybe shirts and the gold the Inquisition is looking for?
Could be. Or it could be my shirt buttons are just extremely heavy.
Could be.
A lesser man would have forced the lock to find out.
I gave you my word.
And a man's word is worth more than gold. Though gold never goes amiss. What say I throw 300 gold your way?
Then it would be rude of me to turn it down.
Stranger or friend, a decent deed is worth a decent reward. I've got nothing more to say to you.
I'm not listening.
And? What about Romanov's gold? Have you found anything?
Nope, not yet.
I thought as much. The task was obviously too difficult for you. Now, unless you have good news, leave me to my job. Let's hope the storms stay away.
I'm sure you have things to deal with.
Luca's leaving town.
Nice work. Tail between his legs, I'll bet. I'll inform Commandant Carlos.
Now then, about a reward.
I thought that might be on your mind. Very well. You have a choice.
I'll take the healing potions.
Always useful.
Why did you start the fight?
I'd like to train.
Will be close for a while.
Don't you have some place to be?
Well, look,
You should get some
train
training.
chatter.
What do you want? You've...
What are we going to eat? All the farmers are in the town, no hunters are
Don't
going
you have
out,
something
it's all
to do?
crazy. Maybe later, all right?
He said it was that big, but she said it was more like a hot day.
I spoke to Rodriguez. He thinks you're behind the break-ins.
He's trying to frame me. He hates me. Always has for some reason.
Rodriguez thinks you're using a spy to check out potential houses.
Does he?
Do you? Have a spy?
What do you think?
Who is it?
No, of course I don't. Why would I? But if you find a spy, talk to me before you talk to Rodriguez. Maybe no one needs to get in trouble. Watch yourself.
I'm sure you don't touch anything.
You there. Get yourself up to the guardhouse. The Commandant wants to talk to you. There is nothing here for you. I have nothing more to tell you.
I heard you had a break-in. What was stolen?
A ring. A valuable one. I received it from Commandant Carlos personally, in return for a map of the island.
Who was here on the day of the break-in?
A few people. Mo from the slaughterhouse brought me a delivery of meat.
Anyone else?
The labourer Doyle sold me fish. And Pavel, one of Flavio's men, he sold me a couple of wolf pelts.
I'll find your ring.
I would be very grateful.
I found it. I have your ring.
I'm so pleased that honesty still exists. I'd like you to keep the ring.
Are you serious?
Seeing it just reminds me of the break-in. I don't want it anymore.
Are you sure about giving me the ring? Isn't it precious?
Yes, of course. I don't even want to look at it. Take it with my thanks.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
I'm looking for Doyle.
Who? Doyle? I've never seen him round here.
He deals in fish.
Well, he doesn't work for me. Maybe you should ask Phyllis.
What fish do you have for trade?
have some place to
You
be?
should get some training.
Did you want something?
I hope it doesn't rain.
Don't
Not
think
had
I
enough
didn't see
rain.
you trying to take a kip. Sleep isn't free, you know, especially not on one of my beds. So pay up.
Here's the gold for your bed.
Sleep well.
Let's trade. I'm supposed to give you this healing potion from Master Belshaw.
Oh, thank you. Refugees stick together, eh?
Let me see your goods.
Ask someone else.
Delgado will run. I'm certain of it.
Well done. It's good to see you've chosen the right side.
Seemed the thing to do.
Good. I will inform Carlos that you helped me. Here, your reward. Go about your business.
I've got worries enough of my own.
Master Belshaw told me to bring you this potion.
Thank you. Finally a chance for Martha. But healing potions alone won't be enough. I have to get my wife off the street. It's killing her. She needs somewhere to stay. Shelter.
I'll find a bed. Some shelter for your wife.
If you could do that, it'd be wonderful. Please, do your best, please.
Just let me sleep.
Maybe later, all right?
Tell someone who cares.
I'm sure you have things to deal with.
You must have someone else to talk to. Out! Yeah, get out of here!
You must have other business to attend to.
Try someplace else. I need to find clean lodgings for a sick woman, a farmer's wife.
What does that have to do with me?
I'll pay for her bed.
Well, that's a different matter. If there's coin in it, then come one, come all.
How generous of you. Good news. I've arranged for your wife to stay at Costa's.
Really? Thank you. Thank you. No one has ever done anything for us before. You're a good man and should be rewarded. We don't have much, but we have to give you something.
Thank you, stranger. Perhaps the darkness will spare you.
What is this darkness you're talking about?
The darkness that will eat the world. Perhaps it is better to die now. Take this. May it bring you comfort.
I have other things to do.
I think that's cooked. This smells good.
I'm not listening.
I've brought you some meat for the needy.
Really?
Flavio said you could use it.
That I can. There are some more refugees driven here by the creatures in the temples, by the Don. We even have some refugees from other islands. We need help if we are to care for them all.
Is there anything else for me to do?
No. You've done more than enough already. If circumstances allowed, I would make you a novice directly. But we're no longer allowed to train anyone to become a mage without permission from the Inquisition.
Are there no exceptions?
Commandant Carlos is the only one who could authorize such an exception. If you decide to walk the path of magic, you should make sure to be in his good graces. May the Holy Flame protect you.
Fan lodgings for Martha, the farmer's wife.
You are a good man. If only all the people in this town were as considerate. Here, I have something for you. May the Holy Flame light your way. Yes?
I hope it doesn't rain. I've had enough rain. About the break-in. What was stolen?
My hides. If that hadn't have happened, I would have been able to carry on my business. I should have listened to my father and gone to sea. That would have saved me a lot of trouble.
Who was here on the day of the break-in?
Just the usual day labourers who wanted to push their wares off on me. Like I have any gold left.
Anyone else?
Pavel was here the whole day. After all, he works for me. And Vasily wanted to sell me beer from the tavern. And then there was Doyle. He wanted to sell fish, but I sent him away. That was all.
Master Belshaw has the meat. He's handing it out.
Wonderful. Here, take these potions. Life here is very dangerous. We all need any help we can get.
I need a few things.